Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. Kickoff team out there set to boot it away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can...
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire... Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. They're lining up to boot it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death. With his speed, he can take the top off the defense.
Coming out aggressively. It's complete, a huge pickup. Running wide open down the gut of the field. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Looks it into his hands and then waltzes it into the end zone. Touchdown. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Today, we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Here's the return from inside the 25. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And not only is this guy the energy and the This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been... Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Off-play action on first down. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Just about set to kick it away. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing...
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. They're just about ready to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention. But this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Fast motion from the offense. He'll take another shot here. He caught it. Touchdown.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw, it's Bowers. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep
going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Robinson looking to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Sometimes those big targets at wide receiver almost spoil you. You think, just throw it in the area code. Well, that didn't work that time.
No, might need to get a new phone. That phone didn't work if you were searching for the area code because he definitely wasn't on target. And, you know, a lot of times you rush it, too, and you see that guy out wide. You want to hit that matchup, but that was not an accurate throw at all.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. And fired the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Going for 6. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, going up top. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They'll play it safe and try for 3.
Number 38 on the field goal.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yard.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. Robinson will throw. He wants to take the top off. And it's caught at the 10. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Bowers. They're trying to get to it. Dumps it off in the flats. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback on the keeper. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the quarterback is snowed under. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to escape and get it himself. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. And here comes the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First down here for the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And here comes the offense on second down. Robinson looking to pass. Finds his tight end. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to the air one more time. Gonna take a shot at this DB. All the way in for the touchdown.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often, because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He'll pull it down and run. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Bowers. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking for a block. It's Good. And the returner goes down.
At the 26, and the offense will take over 1st and 10.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Touch pass on the right. Smashes through the tackle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
All teed up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Now this offense is back on the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be 1 drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Bowers. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Bell. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Now they'll try the right side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's English. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. Second down coming up. Running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
To the air, it's Bowers. Getting some heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Going up top. He's got it on the left. He's off to the races. 10. Touchdown.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, marching down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick off.
Running the daylight from inside his 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Bowers. All kinds of time before he fires right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
And as a defense, that's what happens if you don't get pressure on the quarterback. It doesn't matter how good your secondary is. If the quarterback has all day to throw, somebody's eventually going to get open, and they're going to hit those big plays. So defensively now moving forward, you have got to do a better job getting home to the QB.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
Offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job hitting their ears back and getting home.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. And now the offense will come onto the field again. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the catch. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside the 15, here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like the...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Trying to pick up 7 here on second down from the 20. Looking downfield, it's Bauer. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Defense has stepped up. It's 4th down.
And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's good. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. On the move at the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10.
Blue 27 patio. Blue 27. Blue 22.
Robinson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 25. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Trying to get to him. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his 2nd sack here today.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Offense getting set for 1st down.
Black 29 Bongo.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock and made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.